Now, our guests today need little introduction. They've been rocking all over the world for getting on for 50 years. Here they are. Nice to see you with your clothes on.
Yes. Whose idea was that photo, please?
Manager, good idea though, right? Gives you something to talk about. Look at those idiots. That's close.
You were on doing that.
Didn't you? How did you feel doing those photos?
Well, we felt great. I mean, we did the session with Brian Adams, and he was an absolute pleasure to work with.
Did you make him strip off to take the photos?
we went in. We actually went in first in our underpants, and he said, "No, I'm not having any of that." So whip them off.
My
so
God.
we did,
you do
and
any
it was
fitness?
not a pretty sight.
Did you do
really.
any fitness before it to get
Do
you
they
through?
look like blokes that go to the gym?
Minutes of it, I do.
I mean, you look quite good. You look good for your age.
Quite good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Well, it's good to know that we look quite good.
Yeah, quite good. She
Actually,
definitely did it.
speaking of...
What's going on there? Look.
I see pants. I see pants.
Where'd I get that footage then?
Oh, my gosh.
There's not a lot to see, honestly.
We were talking, speaking of the gym and all of that, losing weight, we were talking about willpower and that apparently men have, you know, better willpower than women.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't in the early days. Did you have any willpower reading your...
It's got nothing to do with weight, that hadn't, those.
No.
The willpower and other things one shouldn't do. They're just idiot behaviour, I believe.
No, but they do. There does come a time, I think, where you see so many pictures of yourself. I mean, anybody who's in the public eye or in the papers or on television, as you know, television it always puts a bit of weight on you. And personally, I got really sick of seeing myself in pictures with more chins than a Chinese telephone directory, you know. And so I just made a conscious effort to lose weight. And,
You've got young
he
kids
keeps himself
too.
very
That's
fit.
always a motivation, isn't it? You know,
Sorry?
when you've got young kids, that's always a motivation to kind of keep healthy.
Course,
And
yeah.
what age are your twins?
They're 6 now. He wanted to do either football or sword fighting the other day.
You.
Gorgeous.
I chose sword fighting.
But Rick, you only gave up drinking and smoking really recently, didn't you?
Well, 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
I was going to as a role model.
I did. But I mean,
Have you stopped smoking?
I have. Oh yeah, it's absolutely.
Because you've had quite a few heart attacks, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had 2.
You've had 2?
I've had 2 heart attacks.
But you carried on smoking and drinking after the first one?
I did, yeah, and I didn't take the tablets either because I thought, for some reason, I don't know, I thought I was invincible and you know I could get away with it, but you can't. And I had the second one, and it was just awful. So I thought for everybody, and mainly for me, you know, stop it and start to live properly now.
Did he,
So
did he have some...
And I'll tell you something, I have to say, it's really easy when you want to do it, but you've got to want to do it. I've found that out now. I've been to see therapists, I've been to see all sorts of people, and none of them could stop me smoking or drinking. The only one that was going to stop me was me.
So what was it then? What was the thing that
Well, the
made you
heart
think-
attack. Pretty bad, you know.
Well, but you had 2, so it was obviously
Yeah,
the second
the
one.
first one I didn't take much notice of. I just thought I'd rock on, you know. And the second one, I mean, it really nearly killed me, and I thought, well, that's it, you know. So I've not only locked the door, bolted it, but I've welded it up as well. It's all
And
gone.
has that changed your perspective on things as well? Have you become cleaner living due to your friend?
I can't get any cleaner living. I'm a pain in the derriere because I don't do anything. Oh, you look disappointed.
I've seen you drinking tea after a gig.
Oh,
Two teas,
no way, not
now
tea.
lemon and ginger.
So have you always been like that then? Have you always
Well,
been...
for the last 25 years or so, yeah.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
How long
Stout
have you two
fellow.
known each other?
About 150 years.
1960. 65 we met, about the 29th or 30th of May. It's my birthday, so I remember, so... And it just kind of went downhill ever since then. I just don't know what happened.
Funnily enough, we were drinking tea then, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
That's all we drank then was tea.
Yeah.
We've gone back to drinking tea.
We were lucky because all that bad stuff we didn't start till we were nearly 30, so that's probably why we're still alive, is we'd started earlier.
Delayed it, yeah.
I don't really laugh, I'm serious.
Yeah.
We would have been dead probably.
But this album is your 31st album.
Wow.
Aquostic. Is
Say that again?
right? Acoustic, my Scottish accent.
That's
How do you
fabulous.
say it? How do you say it?
Acoustic, it's very posh.
Acoustic.
Very posh, do you not think?
Yes,
Yeah, I
yeah.
do too.
I was trying to figure out how the Americans would pronounce it, and I
Qualstick?
can't quite
Yeah.
get it.
No, they-
Aquastic.
Qualstick.
Have a look in the mirror. and
So why
Aquastic.
did you decide to go down this road? Because, I mean, it's 22 of your absolute classics, but you've just arranged them acoustically.
Was one of the the guy at the head of music, the BBC was trying to get Jeff Smith was trying to talk our manager into it for a while, and short story, we got to something we were doing with Down Down, and we both looked at it and it sounded good, the idea's good, so I still didn't want to do it, but it's proved to be very good and very enjoyable project.
One of those kind of things, I think, where you think, well, what can we do next? You know, because we've
Well, you could
we've-
go on
we've covered a
stage
lot of
like
ground.
that. That could
Huh?
be next. You could
Yeah.
go on stage like
Oh,
that.
it's fully planned. Don't worry about that.
Oh, it is going to
I don't know what the ticket prices are going to be, though.
So are you intending to tour? You're
We're
gonna-
thinking about it and
Yeah.
talking about it, but
Okay.
it's very...
Do you still suffer from stage fright? Because you used to...
Yeah, I'm more frightened than nervous. And I realised when I was younger I was like that. And I saw that Tommy Cooper thing where as he got older in his life he got really, really frightened. And I get really, really frightened and I'm so relieved when it's done and then pleased and cocky and want to start again. It's just this...
Just that moment, is it, just before you go on? where
Yes,
you
I
need
don't
that
want to go.
pause?
Actually, in the afternoon after sound check, we're both like, oh, can we not, can we not?
Oh, really?
Well, you do think to yourself in the dressing room, a couple of hours before you go on, where is it going to come from tonight? You really, because you've been travelling 500-600 k's overnight, on the bus, and then you really wonder where it's going to come from. And honestly, anybody will tell you who's in showbiz, once you cross that line, and the old adage, the lights go down and the crowd roars, and something comes along. I don't know what it is, but it just
That's what happens
I'm
for
sure
us.
always will.
And it
I've
shows.
seen your question time. You're fab on there. They can't shut you up. I think you're marvellous. I do. I really do. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Francis and Rick, listen, thanks so much for coming in.
Pleasure,
And we
thank
wish
you.
you all the best with your 31st album. Acoustic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go backstage, strip off and relax. You'll be fine. Janet will be through later. Still to come with new advice out today on how to mind your manners. The Queen of Moan, our Janet, still isn't happy. All is revealed after this.